Okay, so today we are doing my TBR for the month of May. Once again, I have a big stack, but this time I'm repeating a couple of books because my stack for last month was insane. So a couple of those books are carrying over. But first, let's talk about the buddy reads for the month. So every month I run 3 buddy reads with my subscribers. I have 2 buddy reads over on Patreon, and all the money raised through Patreon goes directly towards helping us raise money for our adoption. And then I have 1 buddy read over on a different Discord server for anybody that can't or doesn't want to donate through Patreon. So Patreon buddy reads. First is The Way of Kings. So I've already read the 3 Stormlight books that are out, but Stormlight 4 is coming out in 2020. So we're going to be either first time reading or rereading as a group all 4 of these books. We're going to be reading them 1 every other month until the release. So this is the first one. This is going to be a reread for me. It's a baby brick compared to its brothers and sisters, but I'm excited to finally be rereading, and I'll be doing dedicated videos on these as I reread them. We intentionally picked a shorter book as our second buddy read this month to compensate for the brick of Stormlight. So the small book is this brick, Earthsea, which this is a bind up. I think the first book is only like 160 pages or something like that. So the Earthsea series, I think, is a classic fantasy series, and I think it's a children's series, but I'm not actually sure. I hadn't even heard of it until someone sent it to me, and then people got so excited that I got excited. So I'm going to be reading the first book in May as well. And the last buddy read over on the other Discord, which all of it is linked in the description. The last buddy read is going to be The Lost World, which is the sequel to Jurassic Park, which we read together in April. So we'll be continuing on with that. I don't actually own a copy of it. I'll probably just do it on audiobook because I bought the audiobook for my dad because that's how he listens to books, and he loved the first book as much as I did. So we're going to read the second one together, as well as over on the Discord. Other books that I plan on reading, I'm going to be finishing up Wheel of Time. I'm currently reading, at the time that I'm filming this, book 13. I don't know if I'll finish it by the end of April or if it'll carry on into the beginning of May, but I'll also be reading the final book in the Wheel of Time series, which is surprisingly incredibly sad. I will also be continuing on with the Percy Jackson series. I know a lot of people were concerned when I said I wasn't going to do a review for book 2. They thought that I was done reading or discussing these books. I'm not. I'm continuing on, and I will be reviewing each book in the series that I read for as long as I read the series. I just skipped the review for book 2 because I didn't really like it and I didn't have a lot to say. But I understand that a lot of people think that book 2 is the weakest, so it's fine. They're fast, easy reads. I will continue reading. Now, a couple of repeats from last month's TBR. There are still a few books that I plan on reading by the end of the month that were on last month's TBR, but then there are a couple that I really just don't think I'm going to get to. So a few repeats here. We have Full Metal Alchemist, which I planned on starting as soon as I finished my Wheel of Time read, and I didn't because I didn't finish the Wheel of Time read. I will be continuing on with Full Metal still. I also have Goose Girl, the next Agatha Christie that I said I'd read, and then I've already started Mockingjay. I don't know if I'll finish it by the end of the month or not. Oh, just kidding. I already started Catching Fire. I don't know if I'll finish it by the end of the month or not, and Mockingjay as well. I actually don't know for sure if I'm going to be reading Endless Night in May or if I'm going to push it off even farther, because I maybe got some new books and I'm maybe extremely excited to read them. So, look at these beauties. I have read Little Women and I loved it so much, and I planned on continuing on with the series and I didn't. And then I got these and I'm going to be reading them. So I'm going to be rereading Little Women, and then I'm going to continue on with the series, and I'm starting this series read through in May. So I may put off Agatha Christie a little bit because this is what I'm really excited about right now. And maybe I'll take a break and go to Agatha Christie because they're so different if I need a break in between these, but this is my focus for my classics at the moment, and I'm very, very excited about it. And about these editions, I actually got this set, and then I also got the Jane Austen Obvious set. This is the Juniper collection, and when I decided that I was going to buy these, I reached out to them and I said, hey, I'm about to buy a bunch of your books. Do you have some sort of discount code if I tell my subscribers where I got it from that I can give them? And they said yes. So they gave you guys a discount code. This isn't sponsored, it's just a discount code, but it'll be in the description if you like these editions or if you want to check out some of their other classics. It's in the description. I'm really excited about them. They're beautiful editions. So in order to complete my goals, I have monthly goals that I try to fit in to make sure that my reading is, I don't know, doing what I want it to do. So in order to fit my goals, I still need at least one nonfiction on this list and at least one self-pub book on this list. So, sorry, I put all the books back because I had to get up and now they're stacked. So for the self-published book, I'm just going to read you the description because it sounds so cool and I can't summarize it and make it sound cooler. Lost within, it's called The Field's Gate. Lost within an endless field, Lisa searches for what's come before, her memories trapped within a mist. A sparkling gate surrounded by a great hedge offers escape, but the Leviathan, who guards the entrance, sits unable to open it. She must help retrieve its key from a horrible shadow. In return, it'll allow her through to give her the answers she craves. Spirits warn her of the serpent's trick, of its want to lure her into its beautiful trap. She must resist, for they are liars, and make it back to the one offering any truth. So that just sounds so interesting to me, so that's the one that I picked for my self-pub this month, but I'm trying to increase my self-pub books to 2 a month, so hopefully I'll pick up another one at some other point in the month. Nonfiction, I actually chose The Life-Changing Habits of Tidying Up. That's wrong, because I saw that my library's audiobook collection has that book as a no-wait thing right now, and I loved the Happiness of Tidying Up. I don't know. The Netflix show surrounding this book I really enjoyed, so I'd love to read the book. So I'm definitely going to be reading that this month, but I have a couple of others that I'm interested in as well. Now, one more book on this list. I know the TBR is still too big, but I don't know how to be different than who I am. So one more book on this list, and that's going to be one of the books that I'm going to unwrap. So I've kind of changed my system for unwrapping books. What I was doing is when my subscribers would send me books that they wanted me to read, the ones that I already knew about, was already excited about, already planned to read, those books would go on a couple of shelves on my TBR bookshelf, and then the books that I didn't know about that I wouldn't get to as quickly, I was wrapping them and then I was unwrapping 1 or 2 a month. That way those ones didn't just get left unread. But you guys are sending me a lot more books than I anticipated when I made this up, so I've changed it. In order to save myself time from all that wrapping and as well as saving on the waste of all that wrapping, instead, I'm keeping the books that are currently wrapped, and then all the books that have been coming in within the last month and will be coming in from here on out are just going to be facing the wrong way. And I'm now just going to have a random number generator select what book I choose rather than continuing to wrap and unwrap books. So let's real quick cut to that. Okay, last thing we're going to do here is look at my goals of 2020. I have a series of goals that I try to hit every month with what I read. For continued series, I'm obviously continuing the Wheel of Time series as well as Full Metal Alchemist. For books from subscribers, I have Goose Girl, Earthsea, and whatever book Drennan unwrapped. I haven't filmed that yet. Nonfiction is The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And for my self-published book, I have The Field's Gate. Okay, so there is the list of books that I plan on focusing on getting to. I know the list is still too big. I can't change who I am as a person, but these are the books that I'm the most excited about. Be sure to chat with me in the comments. Let me know which books I should be prioritizing, which ones you want to see dedicated reviews for, and I will listen. I post videos every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'll see you guys again soon.